revolution will be live.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about storming the I don't even know if I would call this breaching the Capitol. When you breach through something, a very locked and secure system, usually it takes a fight. That's usually what occurs. Usually there's some resistance from both parties. You know, there's a back and forth moment. There was no back and forth anything at the DC Capitol yesterday. I don't understand how there wasn't. You're not going to want to hear me say what I'm about to say. I'm not even surprised. I know that's not the answer you want. That's not the answer I want to say. But I'm not even surprised at what happened yesterday at that Capitol. That's not breaching. Allowing a group of people to bum rush a group of other people who are supposedly supposed to protect and serve. And look, this is literally the definition of white privilege. This is the definition of privilege on TV. That's it. But oh, these are protests now. These are protesters? These are protesters? Really? Them? So what were we when we were marching for Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and Trayvon Martin and Michael? What were we? Were we rioters? Were we looters? Is that what we were? Did we? Wait a minute. Have we forgotten about the Tuskegee experiment? Did the Emmett Till situation slip our minds? Grown white men bum rushing into their house in the middle of the night, dragging a 14-year-old boy out of bed, dragging him out, beating him to death, beating the life out of that boy. 14. Did we forget about that? That was history. That happened. People like to put that in the back. Nah, that happened. What was that yesterday? Where was the resistance from the militia, National Guard? Those who were supposed to protect and serve. I didn't see it. I guess they don't get that on footage. They only get the part that you want to see, or I don't know what. These were terrorists. Let's just call it like it is. These were terrorists, okay? These were not protesters. See, let me explain something to you. Protesters are a group of people, a select group of people that stand for something that has affected them negatively. For example, there's not enough oranges in the grocery store. Let's say, for example, the supply of oranges in this particular grocery store is not as much as it. People are complaining now. We want oranges. We want oranges. 2 weeks later, nothing happens. Protest. Peacefully. We want signs. We want oranges. Have people sign petitions. So that's a protest. Those are protesters. What happened yesterday at the Capitol was there was no petition. There was no actual formality. There was nothing. Do you realize the thing that happened yesterday was solely based off emotion? Losing an election, that's a fact. But the response to losing that election was not a fact. Do you realize that hundreds of terrorists rushed through the Capitol, you saw them sitting all up in the desk in the offices and what was? Those are terrorists. Those are people who have one mission and one mission only: to go in, do whatever it is that abruptly disrupts whatever formality that was going on. That's their only mission. We have to disrupt some things so that we can get some attention, right, from the general public. That's what happened yesterday. It was just a straight disruption. Terrorists. Please understand that these people were not protesters. Stop calling them protesters. They were not. They were terrorists. Let me explain something to you. Black people have struggled. Please understand that. I'm not saying have pity on us. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is we have been mistreated. History shows that. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. History shows that for itself. As a black man, I understand that I've always been mistreated in every scenario I can think of. But I pick myself on. I'm like, this is the way life is. I have to deal with it. I have to not accept it, but I have to be the bigger person. Don't prove them right. What can I do to be as perfect as possible so I don't cause any disruption from anyone else? But what they don't tell you in those books is that black women have it 10 times harder. It's hard being a black man. Make no mistake about it. It's very difficult. But I would be selfish if I said I was the only one or I was the worst one struggling. No. Black women have it harder. Black women are so underappreciated. If you think your life is terrible, put yourself in the shoes of a black woman. If you think your life is difficult, put yourself in her shoes, man. Take a real good look at yourself. How good do you have it? Think about it. How good do you have it? Any decent, common-sensed human being will see and say that, yep, that thing that I saw yesterday on TV did not look right at all. It was disgusting. And for some of us, it's not the first time we've seen it. Alright everybody, that is going to conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching and listening to me. Like and comment down below. Put some pressure on that notifications bell. And as always, subscribe to the Dream King channel for future videos.